Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm a Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I decided to take a look at one of my favourite anthologies from the great Mario Bava. You have Black Sabbath, or I won't attempt the Italian, but The Three Faces of Fear. So in this anthology we have, I always forget the name, there's the telephone, the word, and the drop of water. So this is a bit different. So this is the Italian, the Three Faces of Fear. And this version, the Arrow version, you have two separate versions. You have the the US version, which is obviously our Black Sabbath, and then the Three Faces of Fear is our Italian version. Now, not only the order of the anthologies mixed up a bit, so I'm super thirsty. Sorry. So yeah, not only the anthologies mixed up. In the US, it's Drop of Water, the Telephone, and the Word-a-lack. But also the content of the stories changed a little bit. So I'll go with the US one, which I gather most people who know the film will know. Sorry, clicking the neck now, Jesus. They're more likely to know the US order and the US edits of the films. So the Drip of Water, which is actually my favourite one. This is beautifully shot, really is. So you have this woman, and she's basically she prepares and dresses dead people. She gets them ready, kind of thing. Once someone's died, she'll come and dress the body and everything. But she gets called to this house where her maid has called her, obviously. And I think she's the first one there to see the body, so she has to kind of dress the body, get it ready. And she sees this ring, and she wants it. She's like, I can take this. So she tries to take it off. It's a bit of a struggle, and there's this occurrence of this fly. She knocks some water, and this fly starts flying around, and that kind of comes back a little bit later. So yeah, she manages to get the ring off. It kind of leaves like a bruise, but then she's kind of almost, when she gets home, she's almost like haunted by these sounds, and she's hearing different things, and she's freaking out. Basically, it's kind of like this ghostly that comes, and the corpse reclaims its ring, basically. I'll keep it really, really, really simple. Yeah, but it's beautifully shot, this one. All the colours, the settings, the sounds. It's really atmospheric and creepy, and it's one of my favourite segments of any anthology film. It's pretty much the same in the Italian one. There's not really much difference in that one. The big difference is the second one, which is the telephone. Say the Italian version, it's like, I'll go with the US one to start with. There's this woman, and she's kind of being stalked by telephone calls of, it's this, I can't remember the link. It's this criminal or something, maybe an ex-boyfriend or something, abusive ex-boyfriend, but he's come back from the dead, basically. Like he was killed in prison or something like this. He's not around anymore, so there's no way it can be him. So she calls this like estranged friend. So there's this bit where she says, where this estranged friend is like, I'm the last person I thought you'd call. And anyway, she kind of brings her in. The friend actually ends up drugging her, and she writes a note to say, I'm doing this so I can go and get you some help. You need a psychiatrist, this sort of thing. And to the point where she's getting ready to go out, and then this person on the phone is this Frank guy. He actually comes and he's killing her, and then he goes to kill our main woman, Rosie, I think her name is. And she manages to get a knife, a blade into him. Now, in the US one, I think what it is that Rosie's, the Italian one, I can't remember now. I've only seen the Italian one once, but I think she's a prostitute. And the other strange friend is also a prostitute, and Frank was their, or is their pimp, but he's not calling from the dead, he's calling from prison or something like that. And it's just the three of them, because in the US one there's this neighbour that's also implanted in there, so I think they filmed some extra scenes on to include this neighbour. So that's the kind of difference with those. And the Wordalak, it's basically like a zombie, no, not a zombie, a vampire film, where a family member goes missing, and is actually the headless body is found, but he comes back. So what they think is his headless body, he actually comes back to the house, but they know that something's not right. It's like, this can't be him, surely we've seen the corpse. And it transpires that he's back from the dead, sort of thing. The Wordalak, well, there's this kind of, the vampire lore with this one is that they feed on the ones that they love, so their family members and things like that. So basically he's going through his family. That's how that one goes. It doesn't need too much detail, that one. But that one has like Boris Karloff in it. It is actually in the kind of the wraparound story. But that's kind of it. There's more violence in that one, I think. That was cut so there's like less gore to it, I think, the US one. And I'm trying to remember, the wraparound story is kind of an introduction in the US one. So it's like very clearly in the studio, you got some like bright colours behind it and stuff like that. I'm completely blanking out on what the Italian wraparound one is, because I don't think it's the same. I think it was something different. But I can't remember now. It's been quite a while since I've seen that one. Since I got this set, it's not since I've got this set. It's like quite a few years ago that I've seen the Italian one. Beautiful set, by the way, from Arrow. But these are all like previous releases of all the Bava films. I thought all the Bava films, so then I started selling off my individual ones. So Blood and Black Lace, which I sold, which isn't on here for someone. Some really annoying reasons have to buy that one again. But yeah, that's my review. That's my kind of like run through the kind of anthology. Like I said, A Drop of Water it's one of my favourite segments of any anthology film out there. It's so beautifully shot and elegance to it, and it's really eerie and creepy, and you can kind of feel the tension in it. It's really well acted as well, and the makeup is, especially for its time, the makeup is fantastic. Like the old kind of dead corpse woman, she's really freaky and horrible, and highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a superb film, whether you're watching Black Sabbath or The Three Faces of Fear. I'd recommend giving them both a watch. I think it's because I've always seen Black Sabbath, so I would automatically put that one up. Even tonight, without thinking, I should have watched the Italian one, but I wasn't thinking. Automatically, just press the button, and yeah. Well, next time I watch it, I'll go with the Italian cuts. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you. Bye bye.